Ladies and gentlemen, this is very significant. I have with me Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Major Samar Paltur, defense expert, General Raj Shukla, defense expert, former army commander. We'll be joined by Pakistani guests, all of them I hope soon. Dr. Hussain Thebo is strategic affairs analyst from Lahore, our first Pakistani voice tonight. I'd like to start with General Raj Shukla. General Shukla, it's your first time I have you on my program. You're a well-known figure in India's strategic and defense circles. Now, what is going to be the significance of Tahawwur Rana's extradition from the point of view of proving Pakistani complicity in 26/11 and more?
So thank you, Arnab. Thank you for getting me on your show. So apart from all that you have already said, just let me make a couple of points. One is that there is no doubt that Tahawwur Rana was the linchpin in that whole terror frame which executed 26/11. The head of the terror octopus was obviously the Pakistan Army and the ISI. Then we had Tahawwur Rana, who was the Maha facilitator. He provided all the stuff, passports, travel contacts, so on and so forth. Enabled the foot soldier, David Coleman Headley, in concert with LET and the Jamaatul Dawah to execute the attacks. Now, since David Headley has done a plea bargain, I think the only link available to us is Tahawwur Rana. The link available to us to do two things. One is to help in us getting a legal closure in terms of nailing the Pakistan Army and the ISI in their complicity in these gruesome attacks of terror. Now, it's going to be a legal diplomatic challenge, but one that needs to be followed through to its logical conclusion. And the second is, if it has not already been brought out, before the attacks, he traveled to a number of places, Agra, Hapur, Cochin, Hyderabad. So the wider Indian contacts also need to be nailed. And a clear message, as you said, has to go across that terror as a tool of statecraft will not be tolerated. It simply is not, acceptable. And if I may make just one more quick point before I turn the floor over to the others. You see, Pakistan's army and its ISI has to be seriously deterred because they haven't stopped. In fact, they are now thinking of expanding this whole terror game to our east. If you see Pakistan social media, many commentators, and now there is evidence, they are talking of re-establishing East Pakistan, an inimical entity to our east. I've heard Najam Sethi saying so many words on the on Pak television. And all that we've seen in the recent past, Pak ISI chief traveling to Dhaka, an attempted coup to displace the Pak army chief, the statements of Muhammad Yunus, they all point to, and that airbase in Lal Munirhat, they all point to a new national security reality developing on our east. And that is the reason why Pak Army, the ISI have to be nailed legally and conclusively, and all this nonsense has to be brought to a very firm end.
Now, thank you for that introductory comment. The fact is that, what do you say about a country of terrorists? What do you say about a country which has such evil people? And I'm not using the word evil people. This is the word used by Donald Trump. He says this very evil man. Now, this evil man is dealing with the evil ISI. And Dr. Hussain Thebo, the entire Pakistani establishment has been trying very hard for the last few years to avoid getting caught with its hand in the cookie jar. But the fact is that this is a live witness. This man is going to be brought here. Then we are going to have him in our custody. Then he's going to go on record. And then we will put his videotape out. where he will reveal everything, because he's also a big coward. You know, the moment he lands in Delhi or Mumbai or wherever he lands, we're going to take him to the spots. We're going to make him do everything. We'll do recce with him. We'll catch this Pakistani origin man, you know, Uzmaji, we are going to catch him by the scruff of his neck and give him Indian-style treatment. And then he will sing. He will tell us everything, and we are going to put the tape out. After that, you're going to have nowhere to look. Because this man is your key global terrorism guy. And the Americans have said it, that the Pakistanis operated their whole terrorist infrastructure through this evil man. Where will you go then, Dr. Hussain Thibault? This is going to be a live, living witness who's going to spill the beans on the ISI, the Pakistani Army, the coward Pakistani generals, the entire apparatus, the evil people. Aap kahan bhagenge tab? Now you're all very nervous. You know, I can understand. You're nervous. You're saying, oh my God, we never thought he's going to go back to India. But we are very powerful. You see, Dr. Hussain Thibault, Irshad, we're a powerful country. Very powerful. Very big country. We have influence. We work with the Americans. And we're going to bring back Tahawwur Rana. Now you hand over Dawood also. Otherwise we'll bring him back also. And you bring back, you give us Hafiz Saeed also. Otherwise we're going to bring him back also. Right? Now, what are you going to do when we take all this evidence public? Which one of you would like to reply? Which one of you would like to reply from the Pakistani side, please?
Arnab, thank you very much for having on your show. And I was listening very carefully and patiently your arguments, and also your guests who were talking to the panels. And I was really surprised and really enjoying the arguments of you as well, and your panel regarding the movie shows is running here like this. We have nothing to do with the gentleman which you are talking about. Who is he? But I have some person I can discuss here, those who are in our jail. Kulbhushan Yadav, he is the Navy officer of our army, and he is in our jail. We know about him, but the gentleman who you are talking with, the Tahawwur Hussain, who is he? He is probably from Canada or somewhere from USA, so it is your baby. But these are kind of terrorism because of your policies. I must say the Waqf amendment.
One minute.
Legislative House. So please listen carefully first. Be a gentleman. Let's develop the arguments. Then you have your opinion and you should do it. But first of all,
one minute. Major Samarpal ji, don't waste your breath right now. I'm coming to you in a minute. Let him finish. Yeah.
Then you have your time. It's your show. But if you are inviting someone, you must have to listen. You must have ability to listen the truth. How the India is behaving with the minorities in India.
One minute. Are Hussain Thibault, Baluchistan आपके हाथ से निकल गया. Baluchistan has gone away. No, you are getting worked up. You're getting excited. You must focus on. Dr. Hussain, you are. Thank you.
This is because of Narendra Modi's policies. This is all because of RSS ideology. Second one,
okay.
This 2611 is completely failure of Indian Security Agency. Or
okay.
You are a thorough gentleman and you are a very highly qualified person. You must admit it. That it is the failure of your...
Okay, I'll let Gaurav come in. Samar, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to take the political turn in this because we are fortunate tonight. Samar, just give me a moment. One second. Dr. Hussain Thibault, I put on air tonight Uzma Kardar of PMLN and Gaurav Bhatia of BJP. Let the fight begin. And we have tonight the big burning issue, which is the extradition of Tahawwur Hussain Rana, the main link man for the ISI. Pakistan origin guy running the Lashkar operations, kingpin of 2611. Now, these are two parties, ruling parties on both sides. PMLN, Uzma Kardar, PMLN Irshad Ahmed, Bharatiya Janata Party, Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav, you've heard the denials on the other side. Now, when we get Tahawwur Rana, would you like to tell Uzma ji and Irshad ji what we will do with this crook?
पहले तो मैं ये कहूँगा, देखिए अर्नब जी, पहले तो ये जो
So Arnab, first of all, I think
पाकिस्तान में
एक मिनट, एक के बाद एक
fight, because on one side,
उस्मा जी पहले गौरव जी बोल लें।
मैं
उस्मा जी आप म्यूटेड हैं, आप वैसे भी म्यूटेड हैं, आप म्यूटेड हैं।
मैं म्यूट नहीं हूँ, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ।
उसकी आवाज ऐसे भी कोई नहीं सुन रहा है।
उस्मा जी आप म्यूटेड हैं।
He is hearing the voice of Pakistan.
मैं कुछ नहीं सुन पा रहा। To our guest from Lahore, Uzma Kardar, you have muted yourself. जैसे ISI ने आपको म्यूट कर दिया है, आपने मशीन ने आपको म्यूट कर दिया है।
चले मैं बोलता हूँ थोड़ा सा।
वैसे भी फोन लाइंस पाकिस्तान में काम नहीं करती, आपका फोन फिर से लगाना पड़ेगा।
तमाम चीजें काम कर रही हैं और
जी गौरव जी आप तब तक आप बोलिए। गौरव जी, गौरव भाटिया, गौरव भाटिया। गौरव भाटिया को बोलिए, देशा जी उसके बाद।
dismal kind of lifestyle that Pakistanis are leading is evident that they do not even have a proper internet connection. But today's debate is a very important one for our country, India. First and foremost, there is no competition between a global leader like Bharat, India, and a rogue terrorist nation like Pakistan. But what it shows clearly is a few things. One, Narendra Modi ji's strong-willed
Audio ठीक नहीं, you
leadership.
check your audio,
that
yeah.
There is zero tolerance for terrorism.
Go do the audio check first.
Two,
Don't do
it
this.
clearly shows the stature of our country on the global stage.
Check the audio
And when
Don't do live
countries
testing.
like USA, UK and France, they decide to stand with India, it only reflects the resilience and the presence that we have, and they expose Pakistan, which is a terrorist nation. One more important point, the message is this: नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार है, कब्र में भी घुसे होंगे आतंकवादी तो कब्र से निकाल लाएंगे. And the one point that I want to show, Arnab, which is very vital, the Pakistani panelist was saying हमें क्या लेना देना तहव्वुर राना से. So I want to tell him, on 14th of August 2023, note the date, 14th August 2023, the Pakistani embassy in the USA wrote to its consulate that follow Tahawwur Rana's presence and what is happening in the extradition request made by India. Why was it done? Because they knew once Tahawwur Rana lands in India, their sinister design, their terrorist face would be exposed to the world, and little charity or little donations that they get from countries like China or other countries will also stop to this beggar country. Now, this is the answer. The link is very evident that Tahawwur Rana was acting at the behest of ISI and the Pakistani Army, and now it is clear that their ugly face would be exposed, and just like Kasab, this man will also be given capital punishment or strict punishment by the judiciary of the country, so that there is justice, to the family members of people who lost their lives due to this dastardly terror attack on India.
Okay, now I'd like to put a few questions to Uzma Kardar. Uzma ji, please come on air, and I hope you can hear me. First, just say, Arnab, I can hear you, because I can get the audio line. Can you hear me, Uzma ji?
You see, the thing is that I just heard your guest.
Okay,
I think the crowd...
His name is Gaurav Bhatia, and he's the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
But talking about Rana, now Rana is a Canadian citizen, and you people have found flimsy grounds to link him with Mumbai attacks and that he was facilitating through Pakistan. I don't know why you fabricate such stories. You have absolutely no evidence, but you are linking...
And I have a question. I want to give you a fact, Uzma ji.
India has...
Do you know Imran Khan, your former Prime Minister, he admitted that there are 40,000 terrorists on Pakistani soil?
What's the problem with the audio? Can the
Where was
producers tell
Osama
me?
bin Laden found? Can you answer that?
Is retaliating. Why?
Where is Hafiz
all this
Syed?
killing, the murders.
One minute.
Where is Masood Azhar? He's
Gaurav, bring me in the minute. One minute. Gaurav, let her. Gaurav, she won't complete. I have a question, and I want Irshad back. I want my Pakistani guests on proper line. And Uzma ji, you need to listen to me, please. Uzma ji, thank you.
We have
You have to fix the audio line, producers. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess.
It's
9:24.
Exactly that.
Are they so primitive?
There are some problems with the Pakistani phone
Are you
line.
saying, Arnab, they don't even have a proper internet line?
They don't have proper internet lines because in Pakistan nowadays the bandwidth is very less. You know, it's the kind of bandwidth we used to get in 1995, 96.
God.
For the kings
this
of
is a
terrorism
terrorist
now.
nation.
And if somebody, if a Canadian citizen like Rana, I don't know why you keep on linking it with Pakistan. You look into your own, the
Ma'am, I
activities
have
and
a
the way
question for you.
you're putting
Please answer
terrorism.
this.
I need to get the audio lines. Producers have to tell
Former Prime
me.
Minister
It'll work overtime to fix
cannot
it.
admit that there are 40,000 terrorists on Pakistani soil. Please answer that. I want to ask you a question. Let's have a meaningful debate. 40,000 terrorists on Pakistani soil. Imran Khan's admission.
Fundamental rights. You don't give fundamental rights.
think
You're
she's
not giving
embarrassed.
them to this. You're not giving them to the Kashmiris. You're not giving them to
I am
the
asking you a
Bengali.
pointed question. If you have an answer, please answer.
Then I'll go to 1 minute. I'll go to
Say
Hussain Thibault while the lines are
you
fixed.
are aware
Bring Hussain
that
Thibault on,
Pakistan
please.
is a terrorist nation.
1 minute. Gaurav, Hussain Thibault on the right, please. And Gaurav Bhatia on the left. And Hussain Thibault, I'm checking your line. I'm checking your audio line. Because I'm having a lot of problem with the Pakistani lines, and people are asking what's happening with your phone line.
We don't have any problem.
You don't have a
We
problem.
don't have any kind
Okay,
of problem.
then when I start, okay, then Hussain, Hussain ji, you don't have any problem. तब जब मैं आपको, when I start hammering you with questions, don't start saying I can't hear you. ठीक है?
No, I'm hearing you, but your lines are faulty.
नहीं तो ठीक है, मैं आई एम आस्किंग यू अ क्वेश्चन. अभी आप सवाल को सुनिए, कान खोल कर आप सुनिए प्लीज जरूर. मेजर समरपाल तूर लेफ्ट में है. ये हमारे बहुत बढ़िया डिफेंस एक्सपर्ट हैं. एंड
ये मेजर ऐसे ही होते हैं आपके. आप बात करें बस.
आप केयरफुल रहिए इंडियन मेजर्स के साथ. वो जानते हैं पाकिस्तानियों को किस तरह से हैंडल.
वो हम पकड़ के हम उनको चाय पिला के वापस करते हैं.
आपके F-16 को गिराने के बाद जब आप करते हैं तब हमें पता है.
नहीं, F-16 को कोई नहीं गिराते. ये आपकी अपनी प्रोपेगेंडा होती है. ये दिल को बहलाने के लिए ये गालिब ख्याल है.
अरे कायर देश है, बेशरम देश है. आप बात सुनिए मेरी बात. देखिए
नहीं यार, ये बेशरम वाली बात करेंगे तो फिर मैं आपको शर्म दिलाऊंगा.
ठीक है, फिर मैं सिर्फ कायर कहूंगा आपको, क्योंकि अगर आप कायर नहीं थे और नहीं हैं तो आज इस टेलीविजन शो पर, ठीक है, आंख में आंख मिलाकर मान लीजिए कि अजमाल कसाब को आपने भेजा. कसाब ने उर्दू में कन्फेशन लेटर लिखी और उसमें क्या कहा मैं आपको बताता हूं. 3 पेज का कबूलनामा था कसाब का. पढ़कर सुनाओ कि भाग जाएंगे मेरे प्रोग्राम से. पढ़कर सुनाओ 2-3 लाइन. हाँ,
जवाब देने के लिए बैठा हूं.
नहीं जवाब नहीं, भाग मत जाइए बस. दैट्स ऑल. डोंट रन फ्रॉम माय शो. समरपाल जी इनको पकड़ते हैं आज. समरपाल जी एक के बाद एक पाकिस्तानियों को आज पकड़ते हैं आप और मैं. उन्होंने कहा उन्होंने कहा मैं सबसे बड़ा गुनहगार हूं. कितने बेकसूर लोगों की जान ली है मैंने, खुदा मुझे माफ करे. Which means I am the biggest sinner. I've killed so many innocent people. May God forgive me. और उसके बाद क्या कहा कि बहक गया था मैं, लश्कर के दरिंदों ने मुझे फंसा दिया. लश्कर के दरिंदों ने, the devils of the लश्कर ensnared me. ये पाकिस्तान हाई कमीशन को लिखा. आप तो मानने को तैयार नहीं थे. अरे इतने कायर हैं आप. You're such a coward country. You did not even admit he's a Pakistani. Samar, am I right?
आप एंकर बने. आपने क्वेश्चन किया, अब आप जवाब सुने.
हाँ, एज एन एंकर सवाल किया, एज एन इंडियन एंकर सवाल किया. आपको सवाल किया. एक इंडियन एंकर को फेस करने की हिम्मत नहीं है एक पाकिस्तानी एनालिस्ट की. जी पूछा, मेरे भारत की ओर से पूछा, आपको पकड़ के पूछा, सवाल पूछा, उर्दू में पूछ दिया आपको. जवाब दीजिए मुझे.
आप चुप रहेंगे। आपने सवाल किया,
ये पाकिस्तानी तो फेस नहीं कर पाते मुझे।
शर्म और गैरत नाम की चीज होती तो आप सवाल करके मेरा जवाब सुनते।
अच्छा समर इनकी जवाब सुन लेते हैं, उसके बाद अब आइए। समर इनकी सब जवाब सुन लेते हैं। सुने, बोलिए, नहीं तो अब रोना शुरू करेंगे, अदरवाइज विल स्टार्ट क्राइंग।
एंकर साहब आपने सवाल किया, अगर आपके अंदर गैरत है तो आप मेरा जवाब सुने।
अरे मैं भारतीय एंकर हूँ, मेरा नाम अर्नब गोस्वामी है। आपके चैनल्स के हामिद मीर जैसे नहीं है जो आईएसआई से डरते हैं। आपके हामिद मीर जो है ना, जिस पर अटैक किया आईएसआई ने, उसके बाद वो बदल गया। हम हामिद मीर जैसे कायर नहीं है।
जो आप बताते हैं अफगानिस्तान के चौथे फ्लोर की जो स्टोरी, आप वही है ना? कोई अच्छा, अब आप सुने मेरी।
पूरी पाकिस्तान तो मेरी बात सुनती है।
मुझे एक दहशतगर्द की स्टेटमेंट बताई, ठीक है? उससे दहशतगर्द से किसी का कोई ताल्लुक नहीं। मैं
अजमल कसाब पाकिस्तानी था कि नहीं? जवाब दीजिए, पाकिस्तानी था कि नहीं? जवाब दीजिए, पाकिस्तानी था कि नहीं? जवाब दीजिए, भेजा था कि नहीं आपने? जवाब दीजिए।
आप करेंगे तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं चुप हो जाऊंगा, मैं मुंह पे दूंगा आपके। आप सुने मेरी बात।
इमोशनल मत बनो हुसैन, इमोशनल मत बनो।
अपने खुद के मुल्क के अंदर डर लगता है।
समर
मैं बता रहा हूँ किस तरीके से आपने बलूचिस्तान में ब्लैकआउट किया है। जाफर एक्सप्रेस का मजा आया आपको? 200 टेम्पो इकट्ठे करने में प्रॉब्लम आ गई। और शर्म के मारे, क्योंकि बीएलए और टीटीपी ने जो 210 आपके बंदे मारे हैं जाफर एक्सप्रेस में, आपको मुंह छुपाने की जगह नहीं मिल रही है। आप रातों रात, चाहे रात के 1 बज रहे हो, रात के 4 बज रहे हो, बलूचिस्तान
किधर भाग गया? जो तड़िया मार रहा था मुझे कि मैं इंडियन हूँ, वो किधर भाग गया? आपने सवाल किया है अर्नब, आप में इतनी हिम्मत नहीं है कि आप मेरा जवाब सुन सके?
अरे तब से कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं, जवाब दो ना। कंप्लेन क्यों रहे, रो क्यों रहे?
मेरे जवाब सुनिए,
रिप्लाई
आगे भी बढ़ के बोलने क्या बोल रहे हैं?
ठीक है, गौरव भाटिया को
आप इसको खामोश कराएं, मेरा पहले जवाब सुने। जो आपने क्वेश्चन किया, मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं आपके क्वेश्चन का जवाब दे। आपने एक दहशतगर्द की स्टेटमेंट मुझे सुनाई, ठीक है? आपको मैं इंडियन नेवल अफसर की स्टेटमेंट सुना रहा हूं, जिसने कहा मेरा नाम कुलभूषण यादव है, मैं इंडियन नेवी का अफसर हूं और मैं पाकिस्तान के
नहीं। आप ये बताओ ना, जो हम आपसे पूछ रहे हैं,
कोई जवाब है?
आप ये बताओ, आप कायर की बात कर रहे थे। 93,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered before the brave Indian army. What would you call them if not coward? Tell me. I am giving you some facts now.
हमारी जेलों में
93,000 soldiers from Pakistan surrendered before the brave Indian army. Is your army not a coward army?
लेकिन आपका
your army cannot fight. They deploy stooges. They deploy terrorists.
Get others fast.
See, and one more thing I want to tell you. अर्नब अभी ये गालिब सुना रहे थे, इनके लिए अर्ज किया है, सारे दर्शक सुने। इनके पैरों के नीचे जमीन नहीं है।
हुसैन जी टेक सम रेस्ट।
इनके पैरों के नीचे जमीन नहीं है। गजब ये है, फिर भी इन्हें यकीन नहीं है। अरे आटा तक तो है नहीं तुम्हारे यहाँ, गधों की ट्रेडिंग करते हो और यहाँ पे आके बात करते हो। नरेंद्र मोदी जी इज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया। द ब्रेवेस्ट आर्मी इन द वर्ल्ड इज विद इंडिया। यू नो व्हाट वुड हैपन टू यू? यू रिमेम्बर बांग्लादेश बनाया था, अभी 4-5 हिस्से और बाकी है करना। और सुनो, just so that you are aware of facts, where was Osama bin Laden found? Pakistan.
आप उसका पहले जवाब
Where is Hafiz Sayyid? Pakistan. Masood Azhar, declared designated global terrorist in Pakistan. You have more terrorists than doctors and engineers.
Get others.
Is it not sad? You don't even have a proper internet connection.
We have proper internet connection.
You are exporting donkeys And how many of them you have
We don't
there?
have any terrorists in our
One thing I want to
country.
make clear to you, चाहे तहव्वुर राना हो, चाहे हफीज सैयद हो, चाहे मसूद अजहर हो, छोड़ेंगे किसी को नहीं। दाऊद इब्राहिम को कब्र से निकाल के लाएंगे। ये भारत है, भारत इंडिया।
निकाल के लाएं।
अगर फूंक देंगे उड़ जाओगे, याद रखना। अगर फूंक देंगे तो उड़ जाओगे, याद रखना।
अगर आप
ना
अभी
तुम बचोगे ना कोई आतंकी बचेगा।
आपको बड़ा
अरे I told you about a communication made by the Pakistani embassy to the consulate in LA, directing the Pakistani consulate to keep a close watch on the extradition request of India for Tahawwur Rana. Why? If he is not of any interest to you, why was your embassy writing this? Tell me.
Okay, Hussein Thebo, respond.
Arnab,
Let Hussein respond. 1 minute. We won't hear both together. Gaurav, 1 minute. Gaurav, I have a question for Hussein. 1 minute. I have a question for Hussein. Hussein, let's get serious. Hussein, I will give you full space and I will also listen to you. Even if you speak garbage, you lie, you talk rubbish like most Pakistanis do, I will still listen to you because I'm a gentleman.
Terrorist, you are Narendra Modi is a
Somewhere on the left.
Don't blame me first.
First of all,
you ask the question.
First of all,
you don't blame.
First of all, you see Narendra Modi in your nightmares. My question to you is only this, and listen to me carefully.
Please.
The US has been investigating Pakistan since 2009 when it officially acknowledged that its investigating agencies have been questioning Pakistani nationals in connection with the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. There are affidavits that are filed in the federal court. Okay? The FBI has said there that Tahawwur Rana was working as a co-conspirator along with the Lashkar-e-Toiba, David Headley, the Lashkar-e-Toiba leadership, which knew in advance about the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, after which Tahawwur Rana was complimenting the Lashkar-e-Toiba and on telephonic communication with the LET operatives in Lahore and with their handlers in the ISI in Islamabad. These are all facts. These are all facts.
Gentlemen,
Now, my name is Arnab. I am a gentleman. You don't have to keep reminding me. Now, please. Arnab, not Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi, not Kulbhushan Jadhav, Kulbhushan Jadhav.
You don't, please, you don't teach me.
I have to teach you how to pronounce Indian names properly.
I'm here to respond you. First of all, I'm not defending any terrorist, and terrorist has no any kind of religion, no any kind of country. You see, recently the incident happened in USA, even in France. They were their national. But unfortunately, your Indian state-sponsored terrorism is not in Pakistan only. You are doing in Canada. You are a state-sponsor against the Khalistan movement. You have to think yourself. Why don't you...
Where did it go?
Arnab, he's sounding like a joke. I really don't know how to counter him. They don't have data. They don't have access to data. They don't have logic. They don't have any evidence to what they've come on TV to speak. I mean, it's so embarrassing. I mean, express terror. Come on the show. At least
you
I have access to
are acting proxies from Afghan soil. You know, you are training BLA, insurgents in Rajasthan, and then you send them back.
Got him.
The same you have done. The same you have done in UK. The same you have done in the US. So you people are the of terrorism now, and then you ask other people why are we being targeted? You are being targeted, I think, because you people have not left anybody. You do not give fundamental rights to anybody. You were the ones in 1971. You were in league with Mufti Bhani, and you had your
Uzma,
in Pakistan. Pakistan. And now they
listen to
kick
the
you.
counter also.
Uzma, 1 minute. Uzma,
Listen to the counter. I have a few.
One minute. Uzma.
They have
Again, the Pakistani lines are not working, or does it?
and with Bangladesh because you people are cruel. You people do not give fundamental
She just
rights
hates
to
India.
anybody.
You look at her, ladies and gentlemen, she's just an India hater. There's no logic to what she's saying anymore.
And look at the way your army is killing people left, right, and center.
She has the same speech she repeats
I think
every time.
Only have yourself. I think it is a fundamental, the RSS mentality. You people have no.
The
respect
RSS is
for
not
the
running
rights
the
of
courts
other
in America.
And you-
The RSS is not running the courts in America.
No, Arnab, let me
That's
respond to
ridiculous.
her, and I'm
She's
sure
not
that you
listening.
would extend
Gaurav Bhatia is on the debate. Just want to say tonight, audio control, please. The Pakistanis are looking
So I
very
think if I
feeble,
got her,
very nervous, very unsure of themselves tonight. And Gaurav is there.
Usma.
Hussain.
So, Usma ji. Now,
Why are you laughing like a crazy man? One minute. Gaurav, Hussain, why are you laughing in that crazy way?
You are saying good joke.
You're behaving like you're emotionally unstable.
You people are jokers. That's why I'm enjoying. Else you are entertaining your movies. You are playing your any joking serial.
Listen, Hussain.
So why should I?
Listen, Hussain. Let's be serious here. I don't know. This doctor is what, for a doctorate or what kind of a doctor you
I
are?
don't know.
Yeah.
He can't speak a sentence in one day.
Yeah.
At least
For you people
more highly qualified.
our
than you.
intelligence
we want-
is the word.
Tell them, I just need to Arnab, get few facts for the audience.
I'll have to fix the
Because I
audio
am
with
not
2
going
at
to
a
waste my
time, producers. Please do this as I say.
On the Pakistani panelists.
Right.
So, Arnab, I need to spew a bit of facts.
We'll have to
Now,
make the
basically-
windows accordingly. Yeah, thank you very much. Now, I don't want disturbance. So 6 windows on the left-hand side with the visuals are a bad idea when they are bad Pakistani lines. I'm having to direct my directors. Now, making his counterpoint is Samar Paltu. Thank you.
To say the,
Now, Arnab, I want to get
You are
few
a bad
facts.
person.
Please, may I request the Pakistani panelists to please remain quiet. Let me put up my point. आप अपना point मेरे point
Whenever
की
I
बात
will
करो.
talk, and you should be careful to
Okay,
interfere in my communication.
अब पहली चीज तो मैं शुरुआत ऐसे करना चाहूंगा कि जो रिटायर्ड कैप्टन तहव्वुर राणा है वो 1997 में सियाचिन ग्लेशियर में पोस्टेड था, उसको हैपो हुआ था,
रिटायर नहीं, आपके पास हमारे पास सर्विंग है, सर्विंग.
बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ही वाज, और जैसे ही उन्हें लो मेडिकल कैटेगरी डिक्लेयर किया, ये बंदा इस्लामाबाद के एमएच में एडमिट था, जहां से ये
सिक्योरिटी फेल्यूर क्यों नहीं तस्लीम करते? ये आप लोगों का सिक्योरिटी फेल्यूर है, जिसको आप रोना धोना कर रहे होते हैं कि ये पाकिस्तान.
जब ये कनाडा पहुंचा तो वहां पे
एक मिनट मैं कैन आई कम इन 1 सेकंड फॉर समर मैं 1 मिनट आऊं समर मैं 1 मिनट आऊं. हुसैन जी, आप ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं, आई वांट टू आस्क यू अ क्वेश्चन.
एंड आप कर रहे हैं, जब मैं आर्गुमेंट्स डेवलप कर रहा होता हूं तो वो क्यों बोल रहे होते हैं?
Just 1 minute. Summer 1 minute. अब मैं कुछ कहूंगा, अब मैं कुछ कहूंगा, आपको सुनना पड़ेगा. सुनिए.
जवाब भी खुद ही देंगे.
जुलाई 2009 में पाकिस्तानी ने एक इन्वेस्टिगेशन की और उसमें ज़कीउर रहमान लकवी एंड ज़रार शाह दे कन्फेस्ड. क्यों डर गए उनका नाम लेकर? क्या लश्कर आपको थ्रेटन कर रहा है क्या?
अभी जो खालिस्तान मूवमेंट के हुई, जिसमें
खालिस्तान मूवमेंट
पकड़े, उनका क्यों नहीं बता रहे?
क्या मूवमेंट? ऐसा कोई मूवमेंट नहीं.
इधर ठंडा हो जाते हैं, इधर हवा निकल जाती है, पंक्चर हो जाते हैं. खालिस्तान मूवमेंट सिर्फ खालिस्तान मूवमेंट नहीं.
Why are you talking like this? Can't you थोड़े ठहराव से, थोड़े गंभीरता के साथ बात नहीं कर सकते? ये चिल्ला के श्रिल टोन में क्यों आवाज करते हैं पाकिस्तानी?
क्या करें?
बात करने का तरीका सिर्फ ठीक नहीं है आप लोगों का.
नहीं, आपको सिखाना पड़ेगा कि आप हमारा माइक भी बराबर रखें.
माइक बराबर है, मगर आप मार खा रहे हैं मेरे प्रोग्राम में, मैं क्या करूं?
हमें मजबूरी है कि हमें चीखना पड़ रहा होगा।
one minute. Serious point here tonight. Serious point here tonight. Let me get General Raj Shukla back in. You see, Pakistan, there was an updated, sir, please don't irritate me, Hussain ji. Hussain ji, don't irritate me. Can I have Gaurav Bhatia and General Raj Shukla, please? You see, an updated dossier on the Pakistani investigation was handed over to India on July 11th, 2009. उस समय हमने बहुत प्रेशर लगाया था पाकिस्तान पर. Pakistan put the dossier in which it said, and I quote, "The investigation has established beyond reasonable doubt that the defunct Lashkar-e-Toiba activists conspired, abetted, planned, financed and established communication network to carry out the terrorist attacks in Mumbai." This is not written by me, this is written by the Pakistani investigators. They confessed. No, one minute. Jawab se pehle. General Raj Shukla, could anyone believe that Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi and Zarar Shah had retired from the Lashkar-e-Toiba? They were active in the Lashkar-e-Toiba then and they're active now. Lakhvi, Zarar Shah and Mazhar Iqbal, 1 minute, were charge sheeted by the Pakistanis. And it was said by the Pakistanis that they have planned, prepared and carried out the operational handling of the 10 terrorists involved in 26/11. ये आपकी admission है. You have admitted this. And 15 साल बाद आप कह रहे हैं हमने ऐसी कोई admission नहीं की. Cowards!
आप चीखना शुरू कर दे. भाई जवाब सुने. आपने सवाल किया, आपको जवाब चाहिए.
सवाल ने पूछा, आपको धो डाला मैंने उसका सवाल के साथ. बोलिए.
नहीं, मैं आपको अभी धोता हूँ ना. ये विकास, ये सारा कुछ वजह क्या है इसकी? इसकी वजह ये है, अभी हालिया रिसेंट आपके लेजिस्लेशन हाउस में वकफ अमेंडमेंट 2025 पास हुआ, जो अगेंस्ट.
ये बकवास करना बंद करिए प्लीज.
अरे आप अपनी
शर्म आनी चाहिए आपको.
शर्म आनी चाहिए. कायर देश
कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे.
आपने
you comment on our internal
जिस
matters.
तरह से मुझे
Don't you dare comment on our internal matters. मैं एंकर हूँ. मैं एंकर हूँ.
ये इसी वजह से आपका ये सब कुछ हो रहा है.
क्या सब कुछ हो रहा है?
This is an Islamic nation. They know nothing about secularism.
वकफ अमेंडमेंट 2025 बताएं.
Time they have been a dictator rule in Pakistan. They talk about democracy.
सब कुछ आप मुसलमानों के खिलाफ कर रहे हैं, तो ये होगा. ये सब कुछ इंटरनली हो रहा है सर, ये कोई नहीं कर रहा. आप सिर्फ
बाजी करें, फलां लिस्ट करें. India is a proud, secular, democratic country.
आपके हिम्मत है.
Your country has been ruled by military dictators for half the time that it has been in existence. So you don't please tell us. And talking about the Muslims, we gave to the world Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Whom did you give? Yahya Khan, a dictator.
Let me answer your question.
Talk about Abdul Hamid, the brave heart, and your General Niazi, he surrendered. The coward. So the cowards will never write history. It is always the brave Indian soldiers that will write history. General Arora, who ensured that General Niazi from your army surrenders before the brave Indian army. And Arnab, I want to tell this guy, guess, no, there would be no guess. Maximum number of global designated terrorists are found in which country? Arnab, more than 100 are found in Pakistan, the highest in the world. This is a terrorist nation, and we have to debate with these lunatics who come here without.
No, Gaurav, these people.
I want to give another example of how India has emerged on the global stage.
Arnab,
when we abrogated Article 3.
No, Gaurav, before you do that, I need to intervene. No, Gaurav, before you do that, I want to intervene, please. I want to intervene, Gaurav. I want to intervene to bring the debate back on perspective. You see, this whole debate, full frame, is about a person called Tahawwur Rana. Last pictures of him was holed up in a jail cell in America. He's a Pakistani ex-officer who was caught. And then he was running the whole Lashkar-e-Toiba apparatus. He's a Pakistani who was in Canada, Pakistani origin guy, Lashkar guy. And he's really a coward. He's been singing away. He's been saying, please let me go. I will expose the entire Pakistani establishment. Faraz, before you raise your hand tonight, I need to remind you, this is the man. You need to own up to him. You need to say, yes, he's our man. Ye Pakistani hai. इसको हमने मैनेज किया, हैंडलर था. And I'll tell you, there's no need to lie for us, because you said Osama was never in Pakistan, right? And where was he found? In a sprawling safe house a few miles away from Islamabad, right? You helped him evade American troops for 10 years. You protected him for 10 years, according to secret US government files. You refused to take back bodies of your own soldiers during Kargil. The body of Captain Imtiaz Malik of 165 Mortar Regiment Pakistani was found at point 4875 in the Mushko subsector. We told you, take him back. You said, no, we will not take him back. We said, he's a Pakistani. You said, we don't care, throw him away anyway. You said the body of Captain Colonel Sher of 12 Northern Light Infantry was found on Tiger Hill in the Dras subsector. You said, no, he's not a Pakistani. We said, take your bodies back. You said, we're not going to take our bodies back. So you're trying the same trick tonight when Tahawwur Rana is coming. But we're going to push you this time. We're going to push you, Faraz.
Why don't you come in the present?
Hussain, don't cry. Faraz, please respond.
Arnab, if you given me this time to respond. So as far as Tahawwur Rana is considered, I mean, I as a journalist cannot, of course, own that we managed it or Pakistan managed it. You need to have the representative of ISPR or military spokesperson here, if he or she can own or disown whether the military establishment managed Mr. Tahawwur Rana. As far as Tahawwur Rana's plea, which has been rejected by the US Supreme Court. I mean, if you allow me to speak, I'm not even pandering to the semantics.
That's a question.
I really appreciate if you give me time, because I'm not speaking something that normal Pakistani representatives would. If the US Supreme Court has rejected Mr. Tahawwur Rana's plea against the extradition, he should be extradited to India. India should have him back at home, and he should be tried under the courts. And if there is substantiated claims and proofs, let the local courts decide his fate, and let Pakistani High Commission or Pakistani high authorities decide or react on this. I mean, as a journalist, as a commentator on latest developments, who's been watching these developments very closely, I mean, I would not defend any terrorist, whether it's an Indian terrorist or the Pakistani terrorist. I would not defend any terrorist if this man was behind on any.
You take this line. Your Prime Minister said there are 40,000 trained terrorists in Pakistan. He was proud of it. That's your Prime Minister who said that.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're fighting those terrorists. We're fighting those.
No, you can't fight terrorists. No.
To ask Arnab if I can intervene for 30 seconds.
No, let him complete. Let Faraz complete, then I'll go to General Shukla. Yeah,
He
Faraz.
seems to be a very reasonable Pakistani.
He's reasonable. Yeah, he's reasonable. Yeah, relatively reasonable, of course.
Yes. So I just want to ask him one question, and from the other side of the border, all the Indians want to know from you, how do you feel when Osama bin Laden is found on Pakistani soil? Hafiz Syed is a politician in Pakistan, and people like Masood Azhar, designated global terrorist, are being provided a safe haven there. How do you feel as a citizen?
Listen, gentlemen,
Pakistan,
we have told you clearly that
was a question.
any terrorist has no any country, okay? You are serving
His argument is,
No, why you
that's the most stupid argument I've heard so far. The terrorists are global citizens. That's the most stupid argument. Only a Pakistani could give it. That terrorists are global citizens. His argument is Osama was a global citizen.
Who is the Kulbhushan Yadav? Is a terrorist.
Anyway,
We are talking about global terrorists.
you see, there is a,
found in Pakistan.
And what?
Not global.
How can you
citizens.
forget the Gujarat?
Sir, Hussain, you're doing badly tonight. Pakistan is ashamed of you. Now listen to me. General Raj
I think
Shukla.
the other gentleman was still very reasonable.
Can I just,
General Raj Shukla. General Shukla, just to put it, because we've been going back and forth last 25 minutes. See, nothing's going to change from the Pakistani perspective. We can keep hammering them. My question to you is, I believe, in my heart, getting Tahawwur Rana back is gold. It's got great value for us. We can extract a confession, videotape it, put it to the world. How is this? I mean, obviously, we're not going to expect the Pakistanis to change over, turn a new leaf. But how is this going to help our global battle against terrorism emanating from Pakistan?
See, anybody sensible in the Pakistani strategic establishment would realize, that, as I said in my opening remarks, that terror as an instrument of statecraft will not work. If they don't listen to me, they must listen to General Jahangir Karamat, a very respected former Pakistan Army chief who had some advice to offer to the Pak Army not very long back. As far as this whole business of evidence is concerned, what Tahawwur Rana, military and other intelligence agencies in India know exactly which battalion he was commissioned into, where did he serve, which were the associates he had. The Indian Army has an elaborate and deep understanding of the entire terror apparatus. इनके post क्या है, funding क्या है, links क्या है, training कहाँ से होती है. We all have that. That is point one. Two, over the last 8 to 10 years, we have on ground shown that we have the capacity to dismantle that terror network. Just see how the terror incidents have virtually been eradicated. So both in execution also, we've done exceedingly well. And we retain strategic military options to respond should Pakistan do any of this stuff, as we demonstrated in Balakot. The fourth point is, if we are talking of ethos, I suggested to you, listen to General Karamat. Mr. Bhatia was talking of, Indian generalship. Field Marshal Manekshaw was extremely gracious to the 70,000 odd Pakistan prisoners of war. So that has never been the military ethos, and this kind of terror stuff is not done by professional militaries. And the last point that I would like to make is that the world has changed. President Trump, Prime Minister Modi, the wider global community will not be tolerant of terror any longer. And I'm sure every sane person in Pakistan knows that. So it is time to just call it quits as far as the legal evidence that has to be presented once Tahawwur Rana comes back. What we should aim to do is not only to nail the Pakistan Army and the ISI institutionally, but the generals who were in cahoots individually. Because for acts of terror, you need to be taken to task individually. And if that is done, that will be a big deterrence for any future involvements in this kind of terror nonsense.
Having covered 26/11, I'll only conclude by saying that Pakistani felt that Lashkar-e-Toiba is operating from Pakistan, and therefore they can bury the evidence. The bad news for Pakistan is the biggest piece of evidence is Tahawwur Rana. When he comes back, we're going to milk everything out of him and throw it back at the Pakistanis. I thank you all very much. Samar, General Shukla, Gaurav, and of course, Faraz for coming in last minute into the debate tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have big breaking stories. The situation in Bengal is a matter of concern. There have been violent Waqf protests. We believe that it is time that political parties, especially the Trinamool Congress, realize the importance of maintaining law and order and do not do anything to further polarize the situation. That's not just for the Trinamool, it's also for the All India Majlis-e-Ittihad al-Muslimin, the AMPLB and everyone else. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather.
One of the biggest dangers to our country are negative influences, dirty influences. These are people who are there on digital mediums only to get numbers, and what they do has had a very negative effect on our society. We all know about it. But together, you and I can change that. Republic is starting an influencer incubator program where you can be part of creating some world-class content that is nation first, that helps our country, that creates awareness. And you can work with me here on this campus as part of the first phase of the Republic Influencer Incubator program, which is the Positive Influencers program. The Positive Influencers program, which is going to be run from the Republic Media Campus, which is the largest newsroom in Asia, aims to bring together a diverse set of people from across the country. You can work from where you are, you can work with me here on this campus to create content on anything which you feel, if it proliferates, if it spreads, will have a positive impact on our people. It could be in the area of health, technology, defense, awareness, current affairs, politics, or even history, science and technology. I know there are a lot of you out there who have the talent, and all that you want is the reach. And Republic is doing this to give your content the reach. Together, all of us can come together and create a content revolution in our country. The digital medium, the growth of digital in our country is one of the most fascinating things, but you can use it in a positive way for the country, or you can use it in a negative way for our country. There are too many people who are using the digital medium to make a quick buck. But together, all of us, if we become one unit that's working in national interest, that believes in nation first, then through the Positive Influencer program, we can change the way the digital medium works in our country. So come, I welcome you to work with me here on the Republic campus as part of the Positive Influencer program. Here on the Republic Media campus, you will have access to great infrastructure, a warm and welcoming professional environment, and of course, the best production values. Now, if you have the content and you feel it needs the finish, it needs to be worked on, or that you would benefit from working in an environment where there are many other content creators like you, then you can be here. You can work with me here in the Republic newsroom. You can work from home. You can make it 50-50. You can make it work the way you want. As long as you believe that the content you create, and we believe that the content you create, will make our nation number one, will be one solid contribution towards a Viksit Bharat, then you can be part of this wonderful program. The initiative I announced in the presence of the Prime Minister at the Republic Summit, which is the Republic Positive Influencer program. So come, work with me, work with us. Let's make a difference for our country.